Founded by the elven hero Orfeo after an ancient conflict, the elven kingdom of Myrvindel is among the oldest in the continent of Saxodonia. The Myrvindelese elves are not a belligerent lot, choosing to ally themselves with their neighbors instead of forcing them to kneel under their rule. Every seasoned mercenary can tell you, weapons forged by a Myrvindelese blacksmith not only withstand the test of time, but are extremely durable, strong enough according to some to stand up against mythical drakes. Myrvindel for a long while has enjoyed a covenant of peace with the Argentian Empire, with both countries benefiting from the exchange of skills and goods. In addition, the royal families were very well acquainted with each other, with the Elven King being present in the recording of each Argentian newborn royal's magic crest. Despite the fact that this serene relation has remained stable over the past millennia, the citizens of Myrvindel have always been wary of their imperial neighbor, as it only takes a ruler with a voracious appetite of conquest to shatter the peace.
Your Highness, get back!
Why? Why are you being so mean to us?
You will take what rightfully belongs to me. Thus, you must perish! Demons of the underworld, raise this plane of existence with your unyielding hellfire.
Your Highness, please, forgive what I am about to do.
No! No!
Purgatoria Inferno!
Where am I?
Coming in.
Good morning?
Good morning. Hope you had a good rest. You and your companion have been out cold for 2 days.
Lionel? Where is he? Is he okay?
Hey, easy there. Your companion is fine. He had a nasty stab wound, but our cleric saw to it that he made a full recovery. Here, catch.
Huh? A Mervincott fruit?
Yep, eat up.
Oh, thanks. Wow, this is really good.
There's more where that came from. What's your name? I'm Talito.
Ronan Barclavas. A pleasure to meet you, Talito.
No need to be so formal. Leave that to the royalty. Speak to me as a friend.
Oh, okay. Well, Talito, I know this might be a silly question, but am I in Myrvindel right now?
Well, you are right in the heart of it. The city of Orfidel. My patrol group was doing our usual mundane routine of scouting the border when we heard an elven hunting horn. We followed the source of the sound, and we were surprised to see you and your companion barely conscious on Myrvindel's doorstep. We elves never really were ones to pick fights since, well, always.
Well, the local militia chose to brand us as suspicious individuals for not being present for a mandatory new census. I doubt they would listen to us, so me and Lionel decided to leave Argentia outright to avoid dealing with daft and narrow-minded politics.
Ah, I see. No worries. Seems like your tale runs deeper than I once thought. Keep that tale close to your heart. Rather not be responsible for making you pass out from exhaustion from recounting your experiences.
Brutal honesty will get you everywhere, Talito. Thank you for everything.
Happy to be of service, my lord. Please, do tell me if you need anything else. Your wish is my command.
Your comedy is more than enough. You may take your leave.
Okay, I'll leave you to continue resting. King Sylvan does want to meet with you and your companion soon, so be prepared to tell Our Majesty your epic. Until then, sleep well.
Seems like we have our work cut out for us. Until then, guess I should sleep on it.
Mr. Barclavas, we have a special guest who wants to see you.
Is he finally done napping? Tell him to come in already. I've been waiting long enough.
Gods, Lionel. When will you learn not to tear my heart in two over your well-being?
Easy there, Ronan. Everything is well now. No need to get yourself in knots over me anymore.
Okay. For a moment, I thought our attacker ended you before help even arrived.
You mean with that butter knife of theirs? Did you honestly think I'd leave the stage that easily?
I don't know. The pool of blood that was forming around you was very convincing. And while we're on the topic of things that almost stopped my heart, you still owe me for forcing me to plummet off a cliff.
All right, Lord Ronan. Please forgive my transgressions. Now, let's focus on what comes next, shall we? King Sylvan has decreed that he wants to speak to us. Let's not keep him waiting.
Nope.
What do you mean, nope? Are you that persistent to disrespect our patrons?
The king can wait. Consider it paying back the emotional debt you've collected.
Very well. Okay, Ronan, I think this is long enough. You can let go now.
No worries. I feel much better, though, so you paid your dues.
Hey there, Ronan. Glad to see both of you finally awake. Sorry we confined you to the guest quarters. The king is still uncertain of your intentions, so he just wanted to keep you in a place where he can keep an eye on you for now.
I can understand. I would still be wary of people who'd appear unconscious on my doorstep as well. I think we can finally put this to rest today, and stand on amicable terms.
Let's hope that is the case. Though from what it seems, the king sounds like a calm spirit.
You'd be correct. I've hardly ever seen him upset in the entire 200 years I've been in his service. He's mostly very serene and gentle. Just don't get him in a storytelling mood. Unless you like long elven epics.
Elven epics? I do, actually. That sounds like the best part, if you ask me.
Oh, gods, I have befriended a sylphan doppelganger.
Talito, I hope you did not forget to tell them we are leaving now to meet the king.
Of course not. I was getting to that. Come with us. We'll take you to the king.
Beautiful. So, this is Orfidel. Were we in a giant tree?
It truly is a sight. Such a perfect harmony between nature and architecture.
Ah. It's a natural response for those coming to Mirvindell and other elven kingdoms. Coexistence with nature is part of the culture of the elves, which you can see applied in the many structures we build amongst the trees.
If only human kingdoms could learn to coexist as well. Ronan, keep up!
Yeah, coming. Lionel?
The answer is no.
I didn't even say anything.
You want to ask the king if you can stay here. As pretty as Mirvindell is, we are only passing through. It'd be wise not to overstay our welcome.
Fair enough.
Your Majesty, we present you Lionel and Ronan Barklavas, the humans we found at the edge of Mirvendell.
Thank you, Scipio. At last we meet, Lords Barklavas. Have the accommodations been satisfactory?
Yes, Your Majesty. We cannot begin to thank you for all your help. I owe you my life. Were it not for your people's help, I would have met my end before an imperial court.
I concur with my bosom companion here. Your attendants have done nothing short of their best to make sure we were well cared for. Also, I adore Mirvendell so much. Can I say? Oh!
You flatter me and Mirvendell, younger Barklavas. To be honest, many souls have come before me asking for my blessing to become a resident. Unfortunately, for the sake of being unbiased, I can only allow you to stay as guests. Please understand, this is not to offend you. I am only doing what's best to keep an amicable relation with all of our neighbors.
I understand.
Do not fret. Mirvendell would be happy to provide you aid. However, might I ask why you came seeking temporary asylum here in the Elven Woods? Please, I ask that you answer truthfully.
By your command. Your Majesty, we have been deemed suspicious by the Empire, as we were not present at our hamlet during the Empire's first census. This was because we were already setting off for an international journey. We are mere townsfolk, and considering the politics of the Empire of late, it is probable that we could be easily framed for a crime, and jailed for the smallest of slights.
I see. Then how was it that we found you gravely injured, and younger Barklavas barely conscious?
We were ambushed whilst approaching the Elven Woods by a band of rogues. One of them happened to skewer me with their dagger, but scattered once Ronan used our elven hunting horn.
I see. And that coincides with the horn that Scipio mentioned in his report to me. Very well. Before we continue any further, may the rest of the Elven Assembly please leave the throne room for a moment. There is a private matter I wish to discuss with them first. Now then, let's continue.
King Sylvan, what is the meaning of this? We have come to you in good faith.
It is I who should be asking you that question, Lords Barklavas. I'd be apt to believe you were telling the truth, but not for this particular item. The night patrol that found you two happened to find this hunting horn within your possession. Normally, such a finding would be trivial. However, this hunting horn is the one that I personally gave to the Argentian royal family to celebrate the birth of Lucia de Argentius. At the time of her murder, it went missing. So knowing that, how would you explain being in possession of this item?
Thank you, Fernand. That is enough. I think it's time we tell our patrons the truth. I'll take it from here. King Sylvan, forgive us for trying to hide the truth, but I will hide no more from it. I am Lucia de Argentius, one of the 4 crowned princesses in line to become the next Argentian empress. The man standing next to me is Fernand Celius himself, my personal retainer since birth. And, to provide definitive proof of my claim, here is my magic crest for you to see.
Gods, it is you. How did you survive the murder attempt?
There wasn't one. I faked our deaths by jumping off one of the castle's spires into the moat below. The fire from our attacker was credible enough that the Empire proclaimed us both dead. A right of rule system is meant to be civilized. so that the best suited for the position inherits it. But there's some unknown faction backing one of Lucia's sisters for the position, and they saw her as an obstacle. Being dead already was the only way to avoid being killed. With villager clothing and some changes to our hair, we have been able to avoid the scrutiny of the Empire as small-scale artisans.
The Empire bought that lie all this time, too. I managed to be good at crafting, since Fernand taught me from the day I could hold tools, and we've lived peacefully. Until now.
So it would seem. Though it doesn't seem probable that they know your real identities so far. If you wish to exile yourselves from a corrupt system, I see no reason to deny you aid now. Guardsmen, stand down, and allow the rest of the Elven Assembly to join us once more. After addressing some personal concerns from my guests, I, King Sylphan, provide my blessing upon the Lords Barclavis by providing them aid. Now, where is it you wish to go? We know all the trails to the nearby nations.
Our final destination is Cici-Gall in Galicia, but we'll need work to help us get there.
That's right. We have a relative in Cici-Gall, and we hope to eventually find him there. However, we understand journeys aren't free, and we hope to earn our way there.
A very admirable ambition. Well, as luck would have it, we have a couple connections to the Merchant Mercenary Guild in the Saffrewald Commonwealth. We can provide a referral and enough supplies to get to Greta, just to the west of here. And perhaps a guide to assist you. Most of the elves know the trails going to Saffrewald, so they will make sure you don't lose your way.
If I may be so bold as to chime in, Your Majesty, may I volunteer?
Now wait just a minute, Talito. You were to become part of the Mithril Writer one day. Would you willingly volunteer, knowing you would abandon that duty?
Hold, Scipio. Talito, why would you volunteer when there are others who are more seasoned than you for a job such as this?
Well, I don't think I would be abandoning, but rather preparing myself for that duty. Wouldn't it be more beneficial to apply my Mithril Writer training in a practical setting, rather than mundanely going through the motions with daily drills?
You make a valid point, Talito. Very well then, I will allow it. Make the most of your training and drills. Their fate is in your hands. May the spirits of the forest guide your bow.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Rest assured, I will do all I can to secure them a safe trip to Greta. I am sure to become an example member of the Mithril Writer in part due to this experience.
I look forward to it. Now, does the Assembly have any objections or further remarks? No? Very well. By the will of our first king, Orfeo, I hereby deem this meeting featuring the current Assembly dismissed. May the spirits of the forest guide your bow.
By the will of Orfeo, our arrow flies true.
Congrats, you two! King Sylphan usually doesn't do this much in terms of aid, so you must have been very convincing to have him put so much backing behind you. Color me impressed.
Yeah, it was a pretty tough test of character, but I guess I thoroughly impressed him.
No worries, this is a common thing for him to do. But enough about that, we have a journey to prepare you two for. First things first, we should introduce you to the shop owners in the market district. I know a couple of them personally, so if bargaining is required, I can make sure they don't rip you off.
Well, seems like you two are getting all cozy with the elves. Pity you two are leaving me out of the fun. I guess I should see what you two vermin are up to.
With the blessing of Mirvindel's sovereign, Ronan, Lionel, and Talito gear themselves up for their journey to the town of Greta, unaware of the malicious assassin that they faced prior. What does the assassin have in store? Find out next time on the next installment of Argentum Aria.